Hi, I'm Meera Allen with your Manifesting Destiny Moon Update. We are coming to a full moon in Leo, and I'll run through the times for you. It's going to be LA, 9:54 a.m. in the morning on the 25th. New York, 12:54 in the afternoon on the 25th. London at 5:54 in the evening of Thursday the 25th. And Sydney, Australia at 4:54 a.m. on the 26th, on the Friday, which will also be in Australia Day, which is a taboo subject in itself. It won't go into this video. What we are going to go into is the shifts that have happened in this lead up to this full moon. We've had Pluto moving into Aquarius, so I touched on my last video, that the most out there planet moving and shifting out of Capricorn into Aquarius, where it's about seeing things from a different perspective, making those objective changes from an outside observation point of view, whether it's through your meditation or whether it's just through learning from lessons of the past and things that have come up over and over again, and actually going, wow, well, this is now needing a massive shift. Speaking of massive shifts, this full moon in Leo, Sun is in Aquarius. Happy birthday to the Aquarians out there. The Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Leo, opposing signs to create that full moon. Aquarius being an air sign, the visionary sign, the creative in its own way, and also a little bit mind and analytical. Meeting up with the lion heart, meeting up with the creative, meeting up with the loving, meeting up with the roaring, emotional, sometimes ego-filled or pride-filled lioness part of ourselves, or lion roaring part of ourselves. Now, they're two forces that can come together and they can create something amazing, or they're two forces together when you get air and fire and it can feel like a lot of combustion and a lot of change. Oh, I wore these earrings because creativity. Look at how cool these earrings are. They're a local, is that the right camera? Local Australian artist in Brisbane. And I thought I'd wear these creative earrings because they even have a sun which looks like a moon, or a moon that looks like a sun, on this little artistic creative desert scene. And I thought, well, full moon in Leo, why don't we be a little bit more creative? So that's your little dose of creativity that I often wear on my ears. Now, when it is a full moon in Leo, things are always amplified on a full moon, but this is also an emotional amplification. It's the fire energy that's amplified in you. What do you get fired up about? What has been put forward to you in the last few days since Pluto moving into Aquarius? So that's since the 20th of January, in these first few days as we lead up to this full moon. What's being shown to you? What's being presented to you? What is being illuminated in your world? I am going to do a little Rebecca Campbell card from the Healing Waters deck. So I just felt like that was the right timing. So what is good for the collective consciousness to allow us to shine bright on this Leo full moon around the world, as we all go through massive shifts, changes, and for some people great upheaval? What is this for the collective consciousness that you need to hear? Oh, I love this. The pink dolphin, celebration, fun, unbridled joy, and an open heart. Oh gosh, look at this card. How awesome is that? Unbridled joy, dolphins, that is amazing. The pink dolphin, celebration, fun, unbridled joy, and an open heart. And you know, we're really in some challenging times, you know, with, you know, the world, the elites, the wars, elections, governments, you know, all these kinds of things are going on in the world outside of us. Yet when we come back to our own energy, the pink dolphin, celebration, fun, unbridled joy, and an open heart, we start to come into a different frequency within ourselves to create. I'm going to have a look at the details of this actual card, so bear with me a moment. And let's see what it says. 114. Okay. The Amazon River dolphin, also known as the pink dolphin because of its unique pinkish coloring, is an endangered marine mammal that lives in the freshwaters of the Amazon and the Orinoco River basins in South America. Bonjour, all my South Americans. Deeply revered, it's the subject of many local myths and legends, and in one of the legends it says that if you go swimming alone, the pink dolphins may transport you to the magical underwater city of Encante. To be near the dolphins is to experience a whole new level of play and joy. This is a card of welcoming more joy into your life, to opening your heart and mind to new experiences, and prioritizing happiness and fun. I'm so happy I wore these earrings now. They're fun. To prioritize play and take time off from the monetary and the monotony of our everyday life. To play like a child without being attached to the outcome. I went for a swim this morning and I just literally jumped in the ocean and just played and floated on my back for a bit, played under and over, and I just knew, I was like, I need to go in the ocean. It was a bit cloudy, but I just knew I needed to just go in. Anyway, dolphins, they're here. How can you be welcoming of more joy into your life? What can you do just for fun? What do you want to celebrate? This card is a wonderful card to receive as an invitation to stop being so serious, to play and to have more fun. I love this. When we play, we're able to release the pressures of stress that we carry and we switch them off. Often when we do this, the two hemispheres of our brain can make connections. We have solutions that previously we could not see, and they will come flowing in. The soul inquiry question is, how can you welcome more joy into your life? I love that. On a Leo full moon, I will be dancing all weekend in Brisbane. On a Leo full moon, I always think of Leo as, yeah, I wore big hair, I washed my hair and was like, I want to wear it big, shining, fun, expression, dance, music, feeling, big-hearted feeling, emotions, tears, laughter, belly laughter. You know, when we go to the heart element, it's so different from the Aquarius element of mind, thinking, analysis, study, research, visionary thinking. That's very mind-driven and analytical. But when we have Leo put right there on a full moon, we can release so much. We can change so much with our frequency. And now's the time to be really mindful about what we put into our frequency, who we put around our energetic frequencies. And if people are like, what are you talking about frequency? Well, think about if you're listening to a radio station that's a bit kind of scratchy and it's got that and you're not getting a clear signal. Maybe you're not meant to be in the right zone. You're not tuning into the right radio frequency that actually gives you that clarity and that clear signal and that beautiful sounding music. Then you can tune into the frequencies that are just, boom, straight up, you're dialed in. And they're the people or the feelings or the energies that you go, oh, wow, I laugh, I have expression, I have joy, I have an open heart. And it doesn't feel like you're pushing or thinking or creating anything out of the mind. Instead, it's just an effortless flow of the heart. And this is my message for this full moon in Leo. Where can you be the lion-hearted one? Where can you be in the frequency and authentic to that frequency and with the people that surround you with that frequency of joy, playfulness, celebration, fun, and laughter? How do you access that part of yourself? What brings you joy? What lights you up? What makes you shine? How do you call that into your life? And remember, you know, these big shifts that are happening in the world, because now there's a great polarity between fear and the way the world is going, and money and, you know, pressures of the modern day world and society and technology and all these things. Yes, they're all there and they've always been there. It's just that now we're more aware of it because we have access to our phones, we have access to the internet, we have access to everything so quickly. But if you think about it, just 25, 30 years ago, we didn't have that kind of access. we weren't really worried about it. We were more concerned with what was lighting our hearts up at that time. So I'd like you guys to really reflect. I'm going to pull a clarity card from the light deck because I'm actually writing a talk at the moment on light. And this is the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle Guidebook. So let's just go in here for a clarification card for anybody that feels like you're struggling in the dark or the shadow, and you feel like you can't get that lion-hearted activated and you're stuck in the bogs of your mind. Instead, how can we actually shift some light into that area so that you can raise your frequency effortlessly? We call this in for the higher collective. What is it that we need right now? Wow. This is channeling and uplifting humanity. Pleiades, the double mission, and it's basically ascension. That is literally lightness, floating. You know, floating into that star self. That's what I see when I see this card. It's just channeling and uplifting humanity. If collectively we can all create on a Leo full moon a little bit of an uplift, a little bit of connection from where we came from, that divine part of ourselves, that natural divine part of ourselves that is as natural as the stars and the moon and the celestial bodies as we dance around this sun and this solar system. If we can just tap into that real part of ourselves, that's the true intelligence beyond our mind. We came here before our mind. We leave our minds behind when we die. And all that we are left with is the light of our soul and the energy of love in our heart. And that is it. Everything else is left to dust, stardust, if you will. So here we go. Joy, lightness, uplifting humanity. What makes your heart feel absolutely in celebration and full of love and life? Follow that. This Leo full moon. My name is Meera Allen. If you haven't subscribed. I do these little new moon and full moon updates. Sometimes I occasionally do a meditation or a manifesting video, and just when it feels like it's the right time, so I will not bombard you. And the other thing, people say that they miss my videos. Sometimes they go, oh, I miss it. That's because you got to press the little subscribe bell button, because I'm not on the algorithm as like 1,000 million viewers yet. So if you press the bell button, then you will see them and they'll be coming in divine timing. I usually do them the day before or 2 days before the full moon or the new moon, so that I'm feeling the frequency in myself as much as I can be accurate to what I'm getting inside myself, so I can give you guys that. And hopefully it helps you and it makes sense as you look at this giant dot in the sky. That's our natural satellite, and make sense of the rhythms and the cycles of your life and tune into nature within you, as well as your pools and your waters and your gravity and your earth, just as the way this beautiful natural satellite dances around this earth and dances within our blood and bones. And I hope you got a lot out of that. Enjoy the lightness and celebrate. Remember, if there's darkness, bring in the light and uplift yourself and uplift humanity. My name is Meera Allen. I will catch you either on the next video, on a new moon, or before that. Namaste. Have a beautiful celebration this full moon in Leo. Namaste.